There we are. Hello, hello, hello. If you ever come back and watch this later, it's Dina. And yes, the way I say my name is Dinia, but that's okay. I answer to hey you. So, what I'm here to do is I'm here to be available to teach Immunics. Um, my husband ran out to the grocery store, and when he gets back, I have to help him unload the groceries. And so I know this will be a short video. Well, maybe not short, but I know it won't be longer than an hour because he runs with the speed of light at 82 years old. So, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and get myself clear. And I'm going to work on this technique until anyone comes. And then if anyone comes in, I will help them also try to learn this technique. And if not, then I will just do this clearing for myself. So I'm crossing my legs so that I'm sitting more comfortably. So what you want to do is sit comfortably. And now what I'm doing is at the moment I'm resting my hands on my legs, which you can't see, and that's not going to work. So what I need to do is find a position that you can see. Now before I had put my leg up like this. That creates a little bit of a thing on my back today. I'm not crazy about that. So let's see if I can maybe move this back and see if I can't put my hand here. Something just fell off. Oh, my watch. Okay. Let's see if I can't do that, and then I can put my hand up like this. And then you can see my hand movement. I'm not sure what kind of hand movement I'll get yet. We'll see when I connect, and we'll see what my hand does. So what I'm doing is something that was called, it's called Immunics. It was part of what we called the Cure Drive, and a man named Bayard Barnes discovered that you can do this, but everyone has a connection to this. So he discovered it, he didn't create it. A lot of people are also working on, oh, someone is here. Great. If you come into the chat, I would love to help you learn how to do Immunics and to see what I'm doing. If you want to just hang back and see what I'm doing, that's okay too. And so I'm here for a limited time. My husband ran to the store, and I'm trying to teach this while he is away. And so that looks like they may be gone already again. Okay, so let me just go ahead and work through this. So what you're doing is you're looking for some kind of movement. This is not an affirmation. This is not just good thinking. This is an actual way to connect to your God-connected bodies, your highest self, and actually talk to a part of yourself that you're not able to normally access. And so what you're going to be looking for is you're going to be looking for some movement in your hand. So if you're watching now, what I'd like for you to do is find a way to put your hand in a situation where it can move, or maybe your foot, if you like to use your foot. If your foot is in a good position to where it could jump a little bit, you're looking for some kind of way that you can have a reflex action that you're not controlling and consciously. And so what you want to do is you want to start out and just say, I'm connected to my body's abilities to control my immune system. And that is the simplest and easiest way to make a connection. Now, you might try to use some other words, but we have taught thousands of people how to do this. And this is the least conditional way that we have found to help people get their first connection. So if you just say, I'm going to type it into the chat, I am connected to my body's abilities, TIES, to control my immune system. And I want you to see what you're doing there. You're making it something that you're telling yourself. You're giving yourself permission to connect to your highest bodies. And so that's what you're going to do. And you want to just put your hand down, or you want to have your leg in a position, and you want to say this until you get some movement. Once you get some movement, this is a yes. If you don't get any movement, you're not connected. It's not praying. When you pray, you don't expect an answer. You see, my hand is moving because it's true. What I'm saying is true. And what you'll find is that when you are connected to your highest self, you will be able to test for truth, whatever that means. So as long as you're not conditional about what you're testing for. So this is what you want to do. I'm connected to my body's abilities to control my immune system. Now, once you're connected, what you want to do, the next thing we do is we remove immune dysfunction. So then you say, I am removing immune dysfunction, dysfunction, from all of my bodies. And the best thing to say is all of my bodies are free from immune dysfunction. And so I skipped that step because mine very seldom are. And I'm saying bodies because we have multiple bodies. The physical body is what you experience most of the time when you're feeling crappy. But you can also be connected to other people, which can make you feel crappy if they're feeling crappy. You can also be connected to what is sort of a universal body, which is something that people in general share. And people can be sick at this level. And I feel like this is what we're sort of being called to do, maybe on YouTube, maybe with Immunics, maybe who knows how. But I feel like a lot of us are being called to sort of make connections to each other and to help each other and to help raise sort of a universal temperature, if you would. So if you're interested in helping do this, please leave comments. Let me check out your channel. Show me what you're doing. So this is Immunics, and this sort of raises your attention to connect to your higher self. So we say, all of my bodies are free from immune dysfunction. No, my bodies are not free from immune dysfunction. So now I have to, look, my finger jumped. When I said the true thing, my bodies are not free from immune dysfunction. Now my finger moves. Thanks a lot, right? Yeah. And so what I'm doing now is now I am removing immune dysfunction from all of my bodies. And I can be working on this all day. I can be working on this when I'm doing laundry. I can be working on this when I'm doing the dishes. I can be working on this when I'm driving someplace. I can just be removing immune dysfunction from all of my bodies. And I can ask what kind of immune dysfunction I have. What kind of immune dysfunction should I be removing? So I can do that. And sometimes then when I'm connected, I can know these things. I'll have an answer and it will pop into my head. And it's like, oh, okay. And then I can test that and I can say, oh, is that what I'm talking about? Yeah, okay. All right. So besides immune dysfunction, the other thing you want to look for to regularly bring your body to its highest health is immune dysfunction and pathologies. And so you say, all of my bodies are free of pathologies. DIES are free from pathologies. I always say of, but from is grammatically correct. PATHOLOGIES. I'm an English teacher. What can I say? Okay, all of my bodies are free of pathologies. And so this is the other thing we normally do is we sit down or we stand or we drive or whatever we're doing and we say, I'm connected to my body's abilities to control my immune system, connected to my body's abilities to heal my immune system. Once I get a connection, now I say, all of my bodies are free from pathologies. I get a very small response, which means I need something to work on. Oh, so I am removing pathologies from all of my bodies. I'm removing pathologies from all of my bodies. I need to work on that. You see, I'm getting very little movement. I'm removing pathologies from all of my bodies. All of my bodies are free from immune dysfunction. I am removing immune dysfunction from all of my bodies. Yeah, I'm doing it. I need to focus on it. I need to work directly on it. You can tell when you're getting a little movement as opposed to when you get a big movement, how yes, it is. It's not just black and white. And sometimes when you say something that's true, you can be in the middle of an argument and you don't want it to be true. But if you're connected, your leg might jump really strong or something might happen to just knock something off the table. So when you hear and you have that understanding and that awareness. And so what we do with Immunics is we remove, we install, and we know. And so install and know. So once we're connected to our body's abilities to control our immune system, we can remove things that are negative from our bodies. And you can remove all kinds of things. You can say, I am removing anything that I have caught today. I'm removing anything I've ever caught in my whole life. I am removing anything I have caught. Okay. And so you can kind of be general about this. You can be specific or you can be general. So if you want to be very specific, you can say, I am removing anything I caught yesterday at Etika from that woman who was walking around me with her children and coughing. But if you don't really know that that's what might be making you feel crappy in your higher bodies, you might just want to leave it open. And you might just say, I'm removing everything I caught today. I'm removing anything I may have caught lately. I'm removing anything I've ever caught in my whole life, which is going to be harder. So you can remove, you can install things, because we learn in science that if there is a poison that is growing in the land, that within a certain radius of this plant, there will be a cure for this plant. And this is in nature the way it works. And so also it's the same. If you're sick, if you've caught something, if you have something, if you have a pathology, if you have an immune dysfunction, then whatever can cure you is also available within a radius around you. And it is your ability, or the highest power of your ability, to figure out what that is and install it in yourself. And so when you start doing Immunics, you start thinking about your body being balanced. And you're either balanced or you're sucking things in and blowing things out. And so if you're unbalanced, you might be blowing things out at people, or you might be sucking in their sicknesses. So what you want to do is try to keep yourself immunically, harmonically balanced so that you're not contributing to this blah of the universe. So you can install and say, whatever my body needs to fight this cold, to fight this multiple sclerosis, to fight this herpes, to fight this, whatever my body needs, I am installing it. And I'll tell you, when I was fighting herpes and when I am fighting herpes, I do still just come up for me sometimes because I'm conditional. But when I'm warding it off and I'm fighting it, what I have to have is strength and courage and the ability to be a fully loving person and non-victimized. Because herpes preys on victimization. Herpes likes to connect you with somebody you lost or somebody that some bad feeling you have about yourself in the past. And so herpes preys on that kind of connection, and it preys in all of your bodies. In Immunics, we look at least 9 bodies, maybe 11 bodies. And herpes tries to get a little foothold in almost every one of them. So many diseases and many things that we're trying to cure are like that. And we need to really try to raise ourselves to our highest possible operating position normally in order to fight these things. So let's see. Would you like to come in and say anything, the person who is here, if you would like to get any help, if there's something that you're working with? I'm here to try to teach this technique and be friends with people who are learning it and to build a community. So if you're at all interested in trying to cure anything, please just let me know what it is. And if not, I will just kind of keep talking about Immunics and testing things until my husband gets back from the grocery, because I said that's what I was going to do. Okay, so let's see what else is going on with me. For me right now, I have a sinus issue, but my sinus issue is related to bad teeth. And I have inflammation in my body. And I also have what they call a FODMAP situation, where any kind of histamine in food affects me. So I have problems with glutens and lactose and fruit sugars and vegetable sugars. Hey, Barb, it's you. Great. It's great to see you. Oh, now there's 2 people. So, hi, it's me, Barb, Santa Fe, enjoying what you're doing, curing a feeling calmer just by listening. Good. Well, Barb, I think you're always connected anyway. I think you're connected most of the time anyway. My finger is moving when I say that. So, Barb, to anyone else who is here, Aspirant is Barb Retson, and she has her own channel, and you should check her out. She also works with Immunics, and she is very much still in touch with Bayard Barnes, who discovered this technique. I said before earlier that Bayard didn't invent it, of course, but he did find it. He did discover that we can do it. So you're still in touch with him. So let's see. So I'm working with sort of an immune dysfunction, I guess. So what I need to do is try to remove immune dysfunction from all of my bodies. I'm removing immune dysfunction from all of my bodies. Let's see. I also got the head to mention, oh, I didn't discover it at all. We all did, everybody discovers it when they discover it. Yeah. He was a genius who put it together in the site. Yeah, but I would never have believed it, and I would have never, even once I watched him do it, I was doubtful. Oh, you've mastered being alone. This is so hard, isn't it? And it's, yeah, because we have to pay attention to ourselves when we're alone. And we have to ask ourselves what to do and be guided by our own schedules, that kind of thing. And this can be very hard. My husband is still alive, but he's 82 and he's clocked out most of the time. So, oh, there he is back. I need to go help him get groceries put away. Okay, well, it's been great. And wow, he's only been gone 20 minutes. I said in the beginning of the video, he runs with the wind. Okay, well, great to see you. Hey, Tosh, sorry to miss you, but I did teach the Immunics technique if you want to watch it, and you can learn it and come in, and we'll try to change the world and get them to learn Immunics. Good. Yeah, I just do a live. Just give it a check. All right. Peace out. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Putting groceries away. Have a great day, great week. Mwah.